2, 1. Hello, everybody.
Hey, everybody. Thanks for joining. I know most of you are probably going to join us on the replay, which is great. That's what I love about this technology. So listen, here's the thing. It seems like this time of year, people are really busy. And I know that I've been hearing through a lot of the chatter on Facebook and whatnot that people are struggling getting a party, getting someone to commit to bringing a group of people together. So we don't have to just decide that, okay, then I guess we have to wait till things quiet down, because there are other ways to work your business besides a party and besides a Facebook party as well. And so I gave the drop bag a try last week, which was a technique that Natalie uses and shared with us quite a while ago. And
Hold on 1 second. Okay, sorry. We're having technical difficulties. I just fixed it. That Natalie shared with us.
Yeah, that Natalie shared with us. So I thought I would give it a try, because here's the thing. There are still so many people on our list that we have not yet shared ZYIA with. Am I right? So think about it. Just look at your Facebook friends list. Look at your who do you know list that you would have created. And if anybody doesn't know how to create a who do you know list, talk to us, we'll help you do that. So there are going to be people, maybe some of them are even on your chicken list, you know, the ones that you really want to reach out to, but something is holding you back. You're just a little bit fearful of the reaction you're going to get. So what I did was I decided last week that I was just going to go through my Facebook and start to send messages to everybody. So what I did was I started with the people that had not yet experienced ZYIA. So I went through my Facebook list, like, you know, you can go on friends and they all come up, and then you can click message, and I copy and pasted the same message to the people who had not seen ZYIA yet. And I gave that verbiage in a post on our Heart and Hustle and Heart page. So all you need to do is copy that, go into your messenger, and start copy and pasting it in there and sending it to people. So we're going to do that at the end of this call, just so we can get the ball rolling. So what I did was, where is the verbiage? Let me just grab it for a second here, you guys.
Hey, you know what? I can actually put it on the screen if you want.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm just going to share screen, everybody. Don't mind the mess that you're going to see in a second. There we go. It's right here.
There we go. Perfect. So this is exactly, you know what, I thought to myself, maybe I'll change it and I'll spruce it up before I put it on the page.
And personalize it.
Yeah, no, but I'm saying, like, when this is what I used, and I thought when I was going to share it with everybody on this page that I would clean it up, change it, make it sound a little bit different. But when I read it, I'm like, no, you know what? That's exactly what came out of my mind. That's exactly what I typed, and that's exactly what got me results. So why change it? Why create the wheel? So this is exactly what I sent out. I went, hey, Louise, not one to give up on a good thing, LOL, but I'd still love for you to check out this activewear because it's honestly that good. And I'm doing some drop bags this week, which I put together a few items that you might be interested in, drop them off for a few days, for a day or two, so that you can have a chance to try them on. Would love to drop off some goodies for you this week. Are you open? So I just started copying and pasting that, personalizing it with their name. Please do that. It makes a huge difference so that they don't think that you're just throwing it out there to everyone, even though you are, but still personalize it. And I was totally amazed at the reaction I was getting. Some people I could see that saw it and didn't react. That's fine. Some people have not seen it to this day because they don't check their messages or their notifications or whatever. But I had a lot of people going, oh, that would be great. Oh, what a brilliant idea. Oh, that sounds like a great idea. I would love to. And so then in that conversation with them, I was like, okay, well, awesome. So how does tomorrow sound? Can I drop some stuff off tomorrow? Yes, no, whatever. Pick the time, the day and the time that you're going to drop off that bag. And then I would ask them, what is it that you are looking at? Have you had a chance to look at the site? Yes or no, you can discuss that. What are you looking for? Sports bras, tank tops, leggings, whatever. So I'm going to run you through the example of the first gal that I connected with. Her name was Anita. And she said to me, I'm interested in your leggings, and I'm a size large. So great. I took the 8 to 10 leggings. I obviously put in the light and tight high rise, black pocket light and tight high rise leggings. I put those in. I put in the bumblebees because it's fun. And I put in, I think, a blue pair, the navy ones, and another pair. I can't remember exactly what. But I didn't stop there. I also put in a pair of joggers in a large. I also put in a boyfriend hoodie. And I put in the all-star bra and a bomber bra also in large. And so I had agreed that I would meet the next day with her at 1 o'clock. So I think it's important to plan this professionally. What time can I come over? Sometimes you'll meet them. Sometimes you'll have to just drop it off. And I'll talk a little bit about how to deal with that. But for her, she was home and she says, why don't you come over, bring it over at 1. So I could have just rung the bell, handed it to her, and said, I'll talk to you later. But instead, I said, do you have a couple of minutes to chat? And I'd love to explain a few things to you. And she says, absolutely. She was house cleaning. We walked over stepped over the vacuum cleaner into the dining room, sat down. And I took that opportunity to tell her a little bit about ZYIA. My enthusiasm, which I get really excited to talk about this because I do feel like our products are that good. So I get excited to share. So I talked about, I was wearing, of course I'm wearing everything. So I was wearing the light and tight high rise, could show them the pocket, could show her the pockets, how great they were. She could touch and feel it. I'm taking things out of the bag, telling her a little bit about ZYIA, my journey, the whole bit as we're chatting. And then of course, I said, hey, while I have you, I thought it would be, that it would be nice for you to try the joggers as well, because you're trying stuff on anyways. I'd really like you to try the joggers. And then I talked about the all-star and the bomber bra, because I said I just threw these in. And then of course I showed her the boyfriend sweater, which she did put an order in for the ash, which just came out. So anyways, so then what I said was, okay, so here's another tip. You don't want to just leave it and say, call me when you're done, or call me when you've had a chance to look at it. You really want to finalize or set a date, a time to pick it up. And I like to create a bit of a sense of urgency, as well as give them the understanding that there are other people that are anxious to see it as well. So I said to Anita, do you have time to try it on now, or should I leave it for a bit? So she says, I'd rather if I could try it on this afternoon. I said, great. I said, how about if you have some time to try it on this afternoon, how about I pick it up this evening? So that worked with her. We said 6:45, I would come by and pick it up. And I told her I've got other people that are anxious to try it on as well. And, not in that sense, but just, it's important, I think, for them to understand that. And so, so I left. So what did I put? Oh, I'm getting hot now. What did I put in the bag? Okay, Susie put her bag together, so she's going to just show you the picture. I put all the clothing in it. I had the ZYIA tote, so get a nice professional looking tote. Here we go. That's the ZYIA tote. If you didn't get a chance to get one, find something similar. My crawl space is full of fabulous totes.
Sorry, I was muted.
What?
So how many pieces of clothes do you think fit in this beautiful ZYIA tote that we have? Any idea? Somebody just guess.
10.
Okay, there's 14 in there. And what I did is hold on a second, I'll get the photo. Oops. Can you guys see this? So
Yep.
What I did was I put her name on it, and I actually listed everything that was on there. Is it showing, Ingrid?
Yep.
So I listed everything that I did, and her conversation, this got dropped off 3 hours ago. And this is like, she's all over the place, this woman. So, and I love her to bits. She lives around the corner. And she just said she wants tights. And I don't know, tanks maybe. I don't know what size she is. I asked her twice. She's just ADD all over the place. And so I just put it in there. And she said, I'm going to be really fast. So I got there and she started, the first thing she said to me, this is awesome. How does this compare? Sorry, 2 sips of wine. How does this compare to Lulu? And I said, well, what do you mean by how does it compare? Because I don't know what she means. Well, she pulled out the black light and tight leggings and she goes, oh, well, so how does it compare? And I said, well, how does it feel to you? She goes, great. I said, we're absolutely comparable and the rest is personal choice. But we have a lot of personal trainers who are wearing this now. She goes, I can't wait to try it on.
Awesome. So, and that's just it, right? So if you find out what size they are and what they want, you put a selection of the clothing in the bag. Your business card goes in there. If you have a catalog, don't panic if you don't. If you do have one, Susie's paper clipped her
business
card to it.
And I call it a lookbook because there's no prices in it.
It is a lookbook, and it just focuses on the staple pieces and gives some technical background on the products and the material and whatnot. It is good. And the other thing that you want to put in is either the order form or you know, a wish list kind of thing, or a piece of paper, or whatever works for you with the list of the items that you're giving them, so that they can see it and they can even, you know, check it off which ones they want, whatever it is. So when I went back to Anita's house at 6:45 that night, she was so excited. She had everything packed away, but she kind of grabbed me in. She's like, okay, come in. And she said, oh my gosh, absolutely love it. The light and tight, she went over the leggings that she wanted. She said to me that she tried on the joggers, and she's like, and that wasn't on her list, and had I not brought it, she would not have known to even ask for it. But she says, I tried it on. She says, I'm getting these, I love them. And then she loved the bomber bra, and she said to me, I'm throwing all of my Lululemon bras out because this bra is absolutely the most comfortable I've ever tried on. So anyways, so it was extremely successful. So set up a time to drop it off, set up a time to pick it up. 24 hours at the most. If you can pick it up later in the day, even better. Just by telling them that, you know, I've got other people to, you know, like, see if you can try it on, you know, I'll come back or whatever. And I said to her too, if there's anything in the meantime, before I come back at 6:45, if there's anything that you want to see, let me know ahead of time and I'll bring it back at that point. Right?
Can I just interlude here? So she was like, I don't know when you can pick it up. I'm not sure when I can pick it up. I don't know. I said, well, I'd love to come by tomorrow morning on my way to, because I have an event tomorrow. Oh, I don't know. Like, and because she's that kind of person, and she's a realtor, and she's going, I don't know. I said, well, you know, and I said to her in text, and the whole thing happened on text. I'd never spoken to her about it on the phone. And so I said, I'd love to come by anytime tomorrow before 9 a.m. And she's 3 blocks away. So it's not like she's multiple blocks or kilometers away. She goes, yeah, 9:30 would be great. So what I'm going to do tonight, because she's a little all over the place, I'm going to say, I'm so excited for you. I'm going to send her a message. Have you tried anything on yet? Because I don't want to show up at 9:30 tomorrow because of her personality. And she goes, I forgot. So thinking of those things in mind, I don't want to go pick up the bag, because this is the kind of gal I know she is. And I will send her a note and say, how's it going? Let me know. And then in the morning, I'll text her and say, I'm on my way. Is there any other size I can bring you so I can swap it out? Yeah. Again, because it's in my hood.
Okay, awesome. So the other thing, I just wanted to go back a little bit too, because some of my yeses, some of the people that I texted that came back, what a great idea, I'd love to, the whole bit. And as we were talking, I also offered them the opportunity to come by for a personal appointment. So for 2 of those girls, one of them lives an hour away, so this worked out really good for me. I said, you know, you're welcome to come here if you like to, because I have, you know, the whole boutique. I have lots here if that works out for you as well. So you know, that could work as a personal appointment for them to come to your house, giving them that option, or, you know, the option of dropping it off there. What else? The other thing is, because you will, typically you're going to get orders from this. It is an opportunity to become a personal shopper for your customer. It is an opportunity for them to try things on. How convenient. The feedback I've been getting is just the same thing that Susie got to, like, this is brilliant. You know, for us to bring stuff right to the house for them to try on is a beautiful thing. And because you're doing that, chances are it'll be a good order. So when you get these orders, make sure that you have an event in your back office. Like, you know, I always have Ingrid's November orders, or, you know, and then I'm going to make one Ingrid's December orders. And so I'm the hostess. So I'm going to put all of these orders onto my event so that when I hit $1,400, I can cash out as the hostess and get $210 in free product and 4 half-price items. That is how I built my inventory, not inventory, that's not the right word, but how I built my stash to show. Now, here's what I want to say, because I know some of you are saying, yeah, but you have a lot of stuff. I only have a few things. How could I do a bag drop with just a few items? And I'm going to tell you that you can. And here's what I would do, because it is all about the touch and feel of these products. When you're doing, like, I find if I'm doing a Facebook party and it's difficult for them to touch it, they're not as engaged. But when they come, like we just did an event in Vancouver, and when these people came and they touched the leggings and they touched the bomber bra, that is when the magic happens, because that is when it becomes apparent that this is quality activewear. So there is nothing wrong with you saying to them, I would love to share with you, share ZYIA with you. Can I drop off some products so that you can get a feel for what it is, for what ZYIA is all about? You know, I may not have your size, but it'll give you a good look at the activewear, and I'd love your feedback. I'd love your opinion on it. And if you're interested, I can help you, you know, to make a purchase in your own size. So don't be afraid to do that reach out, even if you don't have a lot of things. And by doing this, you are going to build your stash, because you will be the hostess and you will be able to cash in on that and add to it. Now, here's the other thing. As I was going through, I was initially hitting all the people that I had not had the opportunity to share ZYIA with. But as I'm doing that, I'm skipping by the names of people who I'd already sold to. So I thought, wait a minute. Let's go back, because I want to touch base with them as well, because they've purchased in the past. I know they're happy with the product.
I'll bring it up again, okay?
Yeah, it's time to get some new product in front of them. So what I did was I started to send a really simple short text to them saying, hey, hey Louise, I'm doing some bag drops for customers that want to see and try some of our new products, some of our new stuff. Did you want me to drop off any goodies for you to try? Doesn't have to be long. It doesn't have to, you know, a nice short message is going to be read by your you know, by your friends and customers. So some of my customers haven't bought, like they bought back in the spring. Well, we have a ton of new stuff. What a great way. Oh, where'd you go? Oh, what a great way to give them the opportunity to check out some new things. And so then you can, again, become a personal shopper for them. And you know, ask them what are they liking the leggings, or we've got some new things. You can drop off a piece or two, and also give them, you know, a link to the catalog so that they can take a look at what's new as well. You know, you bought the light and tights. We've got all kinds of new light and tights in different colors and styles and whatnot. So you can engage them in taking a look, I'm getting them excited about revisiting ZYIA, because if they purchase once and they're happy, you know, sometimes we need a little nudge because we're not in the mall. Like, you know, when you go to the mall, you're reminded of stores that you buy in because you're walking right by them. People aren't going to be reminded of ZYIA unless you remind them. So whether you're sending out, you know, your campaigns, those emails to them, or calling them up, or sending them a text saying, I'd love to show you some of the new product. Right now we have that, the new warm leggings, which are awesome. We have, I can't even think right now. We've got tons of new things that we can.
Well, and tomorrow, it's coming tomorrow at 9:30, everybody. There's going to be more new stuff and whatever the sale is tomorrow.
Sorry, keep talking. I have to get this. It's just, it'd be too.
Okay, so I'll just take it. So actually, I'm going to just add, does anybody have any questions or suggestions they want to add to this? You know, is anybody, what do you think of this idea? You know, Neela, Tressa, Rosalind, and I don't know who iPhone is. Who is iPhone?
Susie, I think it's a great idea. I think it's easy for people who are intimidated, especially if they're a larger lady, coming in when people are tinier. So I think it's really good.
Well, and I think what happened, and I'm going to tell you, the woman this Colleen that I dropped the stuff off yesterday, she actually made a coffee date with me. I think it was in July, to come over and talk and see ZYIA. And we went in it's my daughter's room, which is now my boutique, but she didn't want to try anything on. She thought it would be great for her daughter, who's in first year now. And what was interesting is I went, you know, anyway, I sent her the message, and I think, you know, when I reach out to people to invite them over, or if I can bring some stuff to them and do a one-to-one, I started to think that I think this particular woman doesn't want me around when she's trying on her clothes. I think she wants absolute privacy and time, like you would have in a change room, and would probably say to a saleswoman, please just, you know, I'd like some time alone. So this, I said, so when I left her, I said, you have fun tonight trying on all these clothes in the privacy of your bedroom or wherever. You know, I didn't say wherever, but the privacy of whatever time you need tonight. And I think that's why she was intrigued. There's another woman that I'm waiting to hear back from, and her husband, they own Fitness Town, which, you know, is a huge retailer and wholesaler for fitness
Sports equipment. Yep.
Yeah, and our kids grew up together, and so she's really interested. I have a feeling she'll come over. She's also 6'2", so I think she may want more, to try on more. I don't know, and I've reached out to 3 more people that I've asked and say, well, just invite me when you have an open house, because they're used to the old business where I used to have an open house, and they would let me know when you have your next open house. So I thought, you know what? It's like allowing them to have their own private open house.
And that's what I get that too. And so I say to them, well, actually what I enjoy doing much more than an open house is to have a personal appointment. So how about you know, tell me what works for you, and why don't you just come on by and see it? And they're like, oh, they almost feel somewhat privileged.
She thought it was a great idea. I know one of the girls on the team, Jade, she works with our CMP, and she actually takes stuff into work and lets people take stuff home, and then comes back and they place orders.
It's just about what it is.
Hey, Marion. Hi, Marion. I see that Marion just came on the call. Awesome.
So I think that the most important thing.
Hi, Susie.
The most important thing is to get the product into people's hands. So, you know, whether, like I said before, whether it's a new person or someone who's bought before, you know, giving them the opportunity to shop in the privacy of their own home is a beautiful thing. And here's what happens. You are going to, in all likelihood, if they are open to this idea, it is because they're seriously looking at, you know, at the activewear. The chances of them purchasing is high. So you're likely going to get an order and a customer. You could get a hostess and a representative out of it too, because this is a perfect opportunity then one-on-one to talk about hosting and getting more things on their wish list for free and half price. Or, you know, is this something, you always want to offer all three of your services, right? Is this something that you would like to do as well? And referrals. Who else do you know would enjoy having a personal appointment where I can bring the activewear to them? You're going to get referrals as well. So, you know, everything about this.
Can I add to that? A woman came yesterday to pick stuff up, and she said she told her personal trainer about it. And the personal trainer, because she was waiting for the light and tight, she was on my pre-order list, and why it's so important when something isn't available that you know is coming back to say, I can put you on a pre-order list and contact you or get their information when it comes back. She came to pick it up yesterday, and she said, I am wearing these to my personal training appointment on Thursday because this personal trainer really wants to know what this product is. And I said, why? I forgot to tell you about this, Ingrid, today. And she said, because she's sick of sending people to the store with the clothing that she's been wearing and gets nothing for it.
Mm-hmm. I did that for years.
So, I mean, and Marion is on the call now, who owns a gym. Hey, Marion, and is doing awesome videos online. And, you know, I mean, personal trainers, you know, you guys all sent people to another place to shop.
Yep.
So this is another thing is maybe your client doesn't want to try stuff on at the gym. Maybe they don't want to try it on at an appointment. Maybe they don't want to try it on at a party, but you get the contact information and you follow up with them like your second verbiage, Ingrid.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I have some new stuff. Would you like to try it on?
So are there any questions
people have to ask or comment on around the drop-off bags? Because we're at 40 minutes already.
Yeah. Are there any questions, you guys? Is it making sense? Do you have any?
Or obstacles that
question.
you need
Yeah.
to
Sorry, I'm just wondering if somebody has if they're a yoga, I have a yoga instructor friend who already carries a small line. I'm not exactly sure what she has in her studio, but she has something. Would ZYIA be able to coexist in a boutique or a yoga studio with another line of product?
Would she be able to carry the line in the store? Is that what you're asking? Sorry, it faded.
Yeah, I'm just wondering if there's anything on ZYIA's end that would be conflicting if there was another line that would also be offered in the same.
It would be absolutely fine. Okay. She doesn't retail it though, which is a real bonus for her. She samples it. Mm-hmm. She does it just like a rep. We can have a or Ingrid can have a conversation with you, because when you've got a clothing store, can I take away with this, Ingrid? Are you okay?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So clothing stores, they may carry other things, whether it's a boutique or whether it's a gym or a spa. Before you offer her the rep, there's options. You know, she could be a rep, but then you're only getting 5%. And are they going to really recruit? So if they're just interested in selling product and having something there to satisfy their customers, you could actually offer her a bulk retail discount. That way you're getting the volume, you're getting more than 5%, as long as she doesn't sell it for more than the listed price. Because you don't want to have anybody inventory or buy en masse a large amount of ZYIA. And I can tell you, I tried it at a show in October, and I would never recommend buying a lot of product when you think you're going to have a show where it's going to sell it.
But Susie, so because I think we're getting off topic then too. Like I think
can you have a conversation with Ingrid?
Yeah, because it's a little bit different, but it's going in another. So Neela, let's chat about that and because Susie's got some good insight into how that works. So, but in terms of the drop bag, any other questions or comments from anybody?
Gressa, Rosalind, Marion?
No, I think it's great. Ingrid, you did a fabulous job as usual. And I really, it's pretty clear that it's definitely going to work. So it's just a matter of getting on the train with you.
Exactly. So speaking of getting on the train, that's perfect segue. So what I'm going to, little call to action for everybody on the call now and anybody who is listening on the replay. I would love for you to go to the Facebook post that I shared the verbiage on Heart and Hustle and Heart. and I want you to copy and paste it. I want you to go into your friends list on Facebook, and I want you to scroll down, and I want you to just go say the name of the person. Hey, Louise. Hey, Karen. Hey, Susan. And then I want you to paste that in there, and I want you to send out 5 of them. If you can tonight, Roz, I know it's really late for you on way out in PEI, and you actually dialed in, so I'm super impressed. But for the rest of you guys, pick 5 people now, 5 people, Roz, in the morning, and send that baggage, I was going to say, send that verbiage out to them, and let us know what happens. Does that sound like a plan?
You can copy and paste this and do it right into a message, or you can copy and paste it and put it into Word if you're a Word person, or Pages.
Show that how that happens. So you're copying this.
You copy and paste this. Okay.
And send it to me in Messenger, Susie.
Okay, so some people may want to do it in Messenger. Some people may want to have it set up already elsewhere other than Messenger, because it's easy to send the wrong thing. So you would do that, and I'll go look up Ingrid. Can everybody see what I'm doing? And then I will paste it.
And then you'll go, hi, Ingrid.
Like that, and delete it. And I'll go, hi, Ingrid. And then, because I don't like doing it in one paragraph, so if you don't like it all in one, I know how to do this, but if you don't, then do it on your own. I actually move it down, and then I will say like this. So it comes up in a different format. This is me formatting the way I want to. And then I would just hit send, and there she's got it. I didn't change anything other than that.
Yeah, and it comes immediately.
And you can see that I did this woman, I did this woman, and I did this woman here. And I see, so hope you had a good weekend with your mom. And here, not to give up on a good thing. And here I did it with this other woman, another Ingrid, not to give up on a good thing. They haven't seen it yet, because you can see people have seen it. And oops. And for those that didn't see the picture, I'll show you again. Just, it's really, oops, sorry. I'm just going to show it one last time. Share. And there I used my bag. I had that. And I put in a catalog. I put in a card. I wrote everything down, size, code, and on the other side, I put, can you see that? I actually put what it was available. I put the whole thing out, what it was. And I let her know I have other colors, other sizes, and that's simple. It's really just that simple. As long as it's, I don't want to drive an hour away to do this. If it's, somebody says to me they'd love to see it, can you drop it off, or they catch wind of it? If they're an hour away, I'll say, how about I pick up a Starbucks and I'll bring it over, and you'll actually have more in your car. You take the bag in, and maybe you take her a cup of coffee, and you're doing a one-to-one for an hour or half an hour.
Yeah, you're going to turn that into a personal appointment.
I
not
actually
so
did
much
it at a
drop.
library in Vancouver with somebody who, it was a recruiting interview. So, I mean, you can do it. She was the one who suggested, let's meet at the library. I'll try stuff on in the bathroom. So anything is possible.
All right, so call to action, copy and paste that, send it to 5 people, and let us know how it goes. So
what happens.
Yeah, so we kept you guys way too late. Susie, we're just going to end the recording, and that way people that can listen